Good day today, and how are you? And thank you so kindly for tuning in to Brown Eyes on this beautiful, amazing, wonderful day. Because remember, so is a man thinketh in his heart, then so is he. We are to think upon things that bring us a good report. We are to speak things that are not as though they were already. Well, thank you so kindly for tuning in to Brown Eyes. If this is your first time tuning into this channel for whatever reason, honey, thank you for stopping by. I ask that you give this video a thumbs up if it resonates with you. Hopefully you will subscribe to my channel and take this spiritual journey with Brown Eyes. Happy birthday to all of the Scorpios, because we are indeed in the Scorpio season. It's all about that passionate, emotional, intuitive, you gotta love them Scorpios, because you may not understand a Scorpio, but once you meet a Scorpio, you'll never, ever, 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 ever forget about a Scorpio, okay? So today, I was just curious to tap into the divine masculine's energy, or just the energy of the males totally, because whether you're divine or undivine masculine, I think that all the men have pretty much the same battles, ultimately the same battles that they face in this life, being a male. So we're calling on that male masculine energy here, the men. It could be a divine, or it could just be just a male, you know, but I think everyone is divine in their own right, because they're here. And if you're here on this planet Earth, you're here to learn some type of lesson, so you got to be divine. You came down here, you got to be a soldier to take on this tedious task of being a human, okay? So universal energy of light and love, reveal the mysteries unto us for the collective of the divine masculine, or the masculine's energy, for the brand new month of November 2019. Show us this energy of the divine masculines here as a collective. What are they on? What are they vibrating on? What are their thoughts? What are they going through? All right, one more time. All right. So, let's see. Okay. And we have suffering in silence. Okay, wow. So the divine masculine, or the masculines, are suffering in silence for some reason. I wonder why they're suffering in silence here. And this is the number 9. Suffering in silence. The picture shows that this person looks like they have a staff in their hand, and it looks like they're embarking on somewhat of a journey, but they are indeed alone, and they're looking at this tedious task up ahead, and you know, it's just thoughts in their head, no one to really confide in, no one to take this journey with them. They're on their own, and they're kind of suffering in silence, because they see what the road up ahead is like. Suffering in silence. That's the impression intuitively that I feel as far as suffering in silence. Let's clarify the suffering in silence. I'll clarify with another psychic tarot card. Because they are trapped in their fear. I don't know what it is they're trapped in their head about. The fear is causing them to stay stuck in their silence. They don't want to speak about it. Whatever it is, they do not want to talk about it. And you know, men, the divine masculines, we know that they have their egos and their pride. And it keeps them stuck, because there's no movement when you're suffering in silence and you're trapped. Anytime you're trapped in fear, you become stagnant and afraid to move. I don't care how great your passion and your desire is. It's nothing if you're trapped in your fear and you're not moving. You have to take a leap of faith, but they're trapped in fear. They're suffering in silence, and they're trapped in their fear as a collective. Universal energy of light and love, reveal the mysteries unto us for the collective of the divine masculine. Divine masculine. Uh-oh. Got a flipper. Because of material and spiritual prosperity. So I think that something is bothering the divine masculine about the stability, about his life in general, because it's not just the finances, it's the spiritual man, it's the man within. It's, you know, trying to stand up to the image of being a divine masculine, trying to stand up to the image of being a man, so to speak. And a lot of obstacles are in their way because, you know, some things men just don't confide in or talk about, but they're still having to live in it. So they just remain stuck in their head, and sometimes they're in situations that no longer serve them, but they don't make the move to get out of it because they're afraid, you know, they're fearful that they can't do it. They're afraid of what people may say about them and the image being tarnished, you know, because they're all about the image here on material and spiritual prosperity. This is an overall prosperity right here. This is kind of like the Four Wands energy, because you got the material and the spiritual prosperity. Because usually in a lifetime we have abundance of wealth but lack the spiritual understanding, or we may be spiritually enlightened but a materialistic lacking, you know. So but this card is the overall happy overall everything. With this card, this is the card number 6. So I think they're trapped in their fear in situations that they can't move, so they're staying stuck in it. And it is a self-imposed, because even though they're trapped in their fear, they still can move around. Clarify this material and spiritual prosperity for the collective of the divine masculine. Clarify the material and spiritual prosperity for the divine masculine. And it is clarified with the number 6 card. Oh, we got 2 6 on the board. What is that? That's memories of love. So, you see that? That looks like 3. Okay, how many? 4. Well, it's number 6, but it's water, so is emotion. Emotion is love. Love is a part of emotions, but it seems like the divine masculine is memories of love. They want to move towards something more emotionally fulfilling, but they're stuck. They're stuck in fear, and they're just dealing with it in silence. They're not talking about it, but they know that the material and spiritual prosperity brings them happiness. And when they think about a certain time in their life, they feel material and spiritual prosperity when they reminisce. And the 6 is like reminiscing. It's like the past energy, the past coming back, reconciliation, because it is the number 6. But they're thinking about something that makes them happy, and the things that make them happy are the material with the spiritual benefits of life. But for some reason they're stuck because they're trapped in their fear, and they're just choosing to just shut up and just deal with it. Okay, we're going to pull one more for the collective of the divine masculine. We know that he's trapped in his fear. He's suffering in silence. He's reminiscing about past love and relationships that really bring him some type of emotional fulfillment. But he's trapped in fear. He's not moving. He's not moving up on it. He's just staying stuck and silent. He's just shutting up and dealing with it. Okay. The last card we're pulling is going to be deception and envy. Deception and envy. That's the number 7. So the divine masculine could be feeling that there was some type of betrayal in the past that caused them to miss out on this this emotional fulfillment here with someone from the past. So as a result of the deception and the envy and all of the betrayal in the past, they're feeling like they're trapped in their fear. They're trapped in their fear and they're not talking about it. They don't understand that talking releases you from it. It's, that's the biggest lie our self can tell us is don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, when that is the very thing you need to do to free yourself. So the divine masculine is just suffering in silence because he doesn't know how, or he's just so afraid that he's just not doing it, because he know that there was some shady mess done in the past, and that the person who fulfills him emotionally, he can't even man up and approach this person, when all he should do is just talk about it. At least talk about it. Put your big boy pants on and just talk about it, divine masculine. God dang, just talk about it. Okay, clarify this deception and envy here. Deception and envy. For the divine masculine, the male energy here. And it is clarified with positive movement forward. So, although they are stuck in, they're trapped in their fear, they're emotionally stagnant because of things that happened in the past, some type of betrayal in the past, they still want a beautiful outcome with this emotion here. They're still going to move forward with this ending because they feel like you're the one, obviously, because when they think about this emotional fulfillment from obviously the divine feminines, then they feel a sense of satisfaction and stability and security because they have the material and spiritual prosperity card here. And even though they know that there was some type of deception in the past that caused this betrayal, they're still willing to think positive. They're hopeful. I guess it's kind of like the star card, that they're still being hopeful. Or the sun card, which is a Leo card, because you see how that sun is shining over there? You see how beautiful, not only do you have the illumination of the sun, you got all of that beautiful emotional fulfillment in that water. It's like an ocean of emotion. You hear me? So they're going to move forward towards what fulfills them emotionally in spite of being trapped with fear and suffering in silence because they're tired of it. So I hope this little video resonates with someone. I ask that if you like my video, you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Once again, happy birthday to all of the Scorpios. Go ahead on, Scorpios, and make it do what it do, baby, okay? And remember, so as a man thinketh in his heart, then so is he. We are to think upon things that bring us a good report. We are to speak things that are not as though they were already. Thank you so kindly for tuning in to Brown Eyes, and I will talk to you another time. Bye.